Hey, fellow winners, this is Dave here. See, I've been getting a lot of response from LinkedIn, Facebook. A lot of people have reached out to me asking me to help them with the cold callings, the script. Why is it important? What do they need to do when they're making a cold call? So I decided, and also I was reading a lot of articles. I saw a lot of photographs which said cold calling is dead. 90% of the cold calling is ineffective. So I could not control. I definitely wanted to reach out to people who really believe the cold calling is not dead. Of course, you can convert the cold calling into warm calling by doing a lot of research on LinkedIn, Twitter, and other sources. But definitely, cold calling is not gonna go away. My name is Dave Gadhvi. It's not important who I am. Who am I? What's important is what can I do for you, right? So I will tell you what can I do for you. Before that, let's talk about cold calling and why is it important. Well, of course, the field visit, gone are the days when you could have random calls. You can talk to people, say, hey, you know what, I am around, we can catch up for a coffee. You can definitely do that, but I think it's actually the days are over. What you need to do is you need to sharpen your skills. The buyers, the prospects, they have become very smart. They know your tactics, so you need to evolve. You need to learn new tactics, new skills. So today I'm going to talk about the cold calling, and it is really really important. If you're not good at cold calling, I assure you, you are not one of the sales professional. I've had a lot of my friends who have been in this industry for 17, 18, 20 years, and today still they hesitate to pick up the phone and make cold call. The reason being, they are scared. They don't have skills. When you don't have skills, definitely your fear will be very high. So today I'm going to give you the step by step approach of having a great conversation, a good cold call. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let me know if you have any feedback, at the end of the video. So I have written down some points which I want to cover today in terms of cold calling. Number one, uh, the objective of the cold call is not to sell anything. Remember, guys, 90% of the time you will never be able to sell your product or solution on the first call. So your objective, you need to keep it in mind. So first objective is to get a meeting with the prospect, get his time. So that should be the objective, and rather than talking about how great and wonderful you are, what your company does, you are XYZ, whatever, it doesn't matter to the customer. What it matters is what is in it for him. Why are you calling him, right? So first objective is clear, to get a meeting. All right, number two is the background of the customer. You need to understand what it makes, what makes sense to the customer. What is it important for him, right? So I'll give you an example. If you are calling in to, let's say, marketing sales guys, you're trying to sell some of your services which would help him to take some important decision. It's important for you to know what where does he sit in the organization, what is his area of expertise. If he's in marketing, okay. If he's in chemicals, all right, what kind of chemicals is he in? And then you need to hold on to that. You need to articulate that same thing when you're making a cold call and make it relevant for him. So it's always about him, not about you. All right, so first thing, understand what guy's role is, what's important for him. Once you understand what is important for him, you need to build your script accordingly. All right, number three, before we come to the script, number three is the attitude, right? 90% of people I have seen is they make cold call for the sake of making cold calls. Now, if somebody's telling you to make calls and you're making it, you will never be effective. You need to do whatever it takes to get your attitude right. Listen to a lot of motivational videos, listen to a lot of, you know, whatever it makes you, really, kickstart your day or kickstart your cold calling effectively. Listen to those videos. Follow some people on Twitter who are really motivating you to be great, right? So positive attitude is the most important aspect. Now, I was reading some article. It is said that 86% of the cold call is your tone, right? 14% is the content, right? So you need to be really energized. You need to have a killer confidence. Moment you say hello, the person would be able to gauge whether you're calling him for the sake of calling. You're bored. If you sound like, hey, hello Mike, this is Dave here calling from so and so, it's not gonna work. It has to be a power pack positive. Hey Mike, this is Dave here, I'm calling for XYZ. This is what I'm talking to you about. This is what I'm calling for about. So you need to have that energy, enthusiasm, the belief that the product or services that you're selling would be of immense value to the person, because you know his role, you know what is important to him, and now you need to articulate that in your cold call. Why the way you do it is how you sound is the most important aspect. Number four, script. You need to have all the scripts. You need to go through the script, you need to customize the script depending on the customer's role, title, designation. If you're calling a gatekeeper, there has to be a different script. If you're calling the C-level executive, there has to be a different script. For C-level, you need to talk the business language. You don't have to talk about product service. You need to understand what he needs. You need to read the annual reports and connect with him based on what is important to him. For example, if there's a CEO who has given some interview somewhere talking about the high growth or an acquisition or a new plant that they've opened or the data center that they are expanding or consolidating, you need to read that. You need to start your conversation. Hey, you know what? I read your article. Fantastic. This is what really triggered me to pick up the phone and talk to you. You mentioned about you want to grow your business by 10%. This is exactly what we do. For example, we worked with your competitors. They are actually making more money, millions, whatever. You need to come up your story. So that is what I'm talking about. Have a killer attitude and have perfect scripts. I will break that script down for you again. So first thing is the intro, right? Your intro should not be more than one line. It doesn't matter. You don't say, hey, I am devgadhvi calling from XYZ organization and this is my role. No, no, no. You need to cut that. You need to make it crisp. One statement. Say, hey, this is Dave calling from XYZ. That's it. Person doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're calling him, you're whoever, unless you are probably the Obama. Yeah. So, all right. So have a one-liner introduction. Number two, the 90% of the time is people don't get the right attention from a client, right? How would you get his attention? You need to, of course, you did the background. Now you need to have a big claim in your pitch. So what is the big claim? For example, if I'm calling somebody who is head of IT, right? So what is important to him? Probably they're consolidating a lot of data centers. Saving cost is the most important aspect, or maybe reducing the downtime which is impacting the business. So we can start with saying, hey, you know what, we're working with XYZ competitor of yours. We have helped them reduce the downtime by 50%, or whatever the number is, right? You need to have a big juicy claim, a hook which will catch his attention, which will want them to know a little more about you. All right. Okay, so first, quick introduction. Number two, have a big juicy claim. Hey, we've been working with XYZ companies. We help them grow 10% within 3 months. You need to have a big claim. You need to have a big reference. Number three is relevance, right? Hey, I understand you're heading into the IT department. We are here. We can help you to reduce your downtime by so and so percentage, or we can consolidate your environment, help you save XYZ dollars. So it has to be really relevant. It's relevant enough to spike interest in him, right? And moment you realize, it's just a matter of a few seconds, maybe 40 or 50 seconds, he will be able to gauge whether it makes sense for him to engage with you or not. All right. Lastly, you need to close. Close is, all right, great. So the flow is, hey, this is Dave calling from XYZ. We've been working with your competitors, helping them save XYZ dollar. For example, XYZ company, we help them reduce their cost by so and so percentage, help them by so and so, right? So you can use one of the statement. Then quickly get into the aspect. The purpose of my call is to schedule a quick meeting with you where I can demonstrate what is it that we can do, or explore if there's any synergy, how we can work together. We have been doing plenty of work in your domain, for example, in IT, consolidating environment. For example, in market research, we've been helping individuals like yourself attain so and so. What is a good time to have a quick conversation? Close. All right. This is the flow of the cold call. It is really important for you to pick up the phone. I would recommend you start your day with some of the easy customers. Once you have a good easy customers, you will build your confidence and you will be in a groove. If you're making 50 calls, I would say just make 100 calls, right? The activity is the key. You can never rely on one call, or one meeting or one proposal, you need to fill up your day. You need to have massive action throughout the day, right? So this is the flow. You know why the cold call is important. Congratulations, you are watching this video till now. That clearly shows that you want to become the better salesperson. Remember, 80% of people don't practice the cold call, right? So you do good, do great. My goal is to help 1 million people. Follow me on YouTube, Twitter. You can follow me at devgadhvi 10x and Twitter. You can follow me on YouTube. I also have a winners club on WhatsApp. Feel free to reach out for any situation, script. I will be more than happy to help you. All right, signing off. This is Dave Gadhvi. Again, I hope I have answered your question. It doesn't matter who am I. I've been in this industry. I'm not a trainer for sure. I'm the player. I'm the sales guy. But doesn't matter to you. What it matters to you is you need somebody who can motivate you every day. You need to learn new skill every day. Stay ahead of competition and don't be average. I could be that guy to help you keep the momentum going, keep the hustle on. All right, so feel free to reach out to me. As you already have some of my details, I'll leave some of the relevant links below in the box. To look forward to hearing from you. Feel free to comment if you have any specific question. I'll be happy to answer them. Once again, stay cool, stay fantastic. You are a killer. Be a winner. Work on your skills. Don't be an average guy. All right, take care.